I have 18 minutes. This is the first time I have to tell a story in 18 minutes. So it's going to be fast, but I hope you will enjoy it. The first thing is it's about the jungle. The second thing, it's a story. It's not about truth and science. It's something that's going on right now. It's a story about 2D and 3D, and it's also a story about red monkeys. So what I'm going to ask you, for instance, is how come there is so much need for innovation today? People will tell you it's about change. It is. But the real reason why we have to innovate is not change. The real reason why we have to innovate is because there is so much information. The amount of information has increased so much. I'll give you some figures. In 1850, it took 45 years for the information to double. In 1990, 3 years. In 2008, if you're a week sick, you go back to work, you're sick again. So the only reason, or the only way we can survive, is by looking to information as something new, which we like. And this means that information has to become the fifth element. An element is something we feel good in. The problem today is that you only can feel good with information if you have passion. If today you haven't passion in what you do, then information is hell. So I know a lot of people with passion, but I know more people without passion. So if organizations really want to be innovative, they have to work on passion. The second thing is, in 2010, 70% of the information will be put on the internet by individuals. By which individuals? By passionate people who have access to the internet. Another thing is, if we look to the information itself, then most of the information is not explicitly available. It's in people, their head, which is called tacit information. So this is the next part, because this tacit information, which is in your head, is only accessible by networking, social networking. Now we have the third word, social networking. So passion, internet, and social networking are the basic stuff for being creative. Now if we look to this, and we look to our children, then we only can say that today, at this point in time, our children, who are maybe 14 or 15 years old, have more access to information than what we have at work. Why? They are passionate, they know the internet, and they do networking. So this is a problem. Because today we are challenged with a new wave, which I could call the smart wave. And to make this story happen, I brought with me, and I hope I can find it, some seeds, flower seeds. Everybody knows it. Now I'm going to open it, and I want to show it to you. This is you. This is you when you were conceived. There's nothing. You can't even see it. So look back now, and let's see what happens. When we were born, the information we had access to was little. So what did we become? Not flowers. We became grass. We were unable to show our passions and our talents. But today, with children having access to information and social networks, they become really flowers. They finally have found a way to show the world what they can. I'm jealous at them. They become proud and they become smart. We have to learn from them what it means to be talented people. Now we go further. Because of these smart people, we have a global innovation wave. What this means is information is a resource, and it's used by smart people all over the world to become creative entrepreneurs. Creative because they have access to information, they socialize. Entrepreneurs because they are risking money to make their dreams come true. And for me, that's innovation. And this innovation delivers again information which is available worldwide again. And this goes faster and faster to show it. It goes like this, faster and faster and faster, and it doesn't stop. So that's a problem. The world today has changed. It has changed from a 2D surface to a 3D surface, which really means the time we are coming from, and I'm talking about 5 to 10 years ago, was flat, two-dimensional. Everybody could be a manager. If you could use a spreadsheet, you just use it from 5 years ago, you filled in your macros, and you saw the future. Everybody who has the intelligence could be a manager. 2D, flat. But today, things have changed. Today, if you're standing there, you can't make a prediction anymore based on the past. You have to be creative. You have to create a vision. You have to be entrepreneur. You have to build your own future. And this has changed in 5 years' time. Not 20 years. It has changed so fast. Our managers didn't even notice it. So what happens now? This is what everybody is saying. We need more power to innovate. We need more business innovation. Everybody is shouting. But there is a problem. The problem is the following. Organizations today have to reorganize their culture. This is the toughest part. They have to change their ship. Because their ship looked like this. That's where we're working in today. We get in there on Monday and we leave it on Friday. Do we have to be passionate? No. We just have to be there. And we get paid at the end of the month. This ship can't be innovative. We have to build other ships which can survive in a very rapidly changing environment. The only way you can do it is by passion, socializing, and be a creative entrepreneur. But what do we see today with ships? They are in imbalance. They don't know anymore. So a lot of ships today are in trouble. Now, how can you see a ship in trouble? I show you 2 pictures. And maybe now you can think for a minute if you can see what I mean. The first thing is, if you get with a barge on the sea, this thing happens. A lot of throwing up. Because you're with an old ship facing a new environment which is 3D. And the second thing that happens is this thing. Now this is a problem. Because you're the egg. And the people who used to ask you what do I have to do, they keep asking, but you don't know it anymore. So that's a problem. So, if we're facing this challenge, we have to ask ourselves, what is the biggest problem organizations are facing today if you're talking about innovation? And it's very easy, but it's also very challenging. And what I would like to explain this thing is, continuous improvement has to change into continuous innovation.